Hey YouTube, Nicholas Stefano here. Just here to give you guys my top 10 list for best movies of 2011. Sorry it's taking me so long. I had a lot of stuff going on for the new year, but anyway, here we go. See, we're gonna start off this list with number 10. It's kind of a kids movie, but it was way better than the first one. It's Cars 2. I like this movie because it had a lot of action that the first one didn't have. It had more variety in the movie than the first one didn't have. The first one was just limited to one place, and I didn't really like that very much. But the second one had more action and practically a much better story. Number 9 is gonna be J. Edgar. It's the biopic of the life of J. Edgar Hoover, directed by Clint Eastwood. Sorry about that, guys. My camera sucks. It's a biopic of J. Edgar, directed by Clint Eastwood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Armie Hammer. I thought the relationship between them was kind of chaste, or whatever how you say that word. But the movie was really good. I really liked the acting. Leo should definitely get an Oscar about all of his movies. They should just give him the damn Oscar. 8 would be Cowboys and Aliens, directed by Jon Favreau. I really like the concept. The story was really good. You don't really see something like that, like other like alien movies. They just build on other ones. This one, it was original, and I liked it. Number 7 is gonna be Source Code, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. I can't remember who it was directed by. Jake Gyllenhaal was really good in this movie. It's practically the 8 minutes, basically over and over again for the whole movie. It's hard to pull that off, but they did it perfectly. Number 6 is going to be another kids movie, Kung Fu Panda 2. Like I said, with Cars 2, it had more variety. The universe was expanded. What else? And then just the movie was just really good. It was better than the first, and it just built on it. Built up the hype, built up the story, and it was just really good. You had Gary Oldman as the villain, and it just does stuff that sequels these days don't normally do. And at the end, there's gonna be a 3. Let's hope it's more. Let's hope it's better than the second one. Number 5 is gonna be Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. The only thing I have is that it was a summer movie that was in the winter. It was better than the previous 3 Mission Impossible movies, and that's all I gotta say. Number 4, I heard a lot of hype about this movie. Everyone said it was really good. Nick Nolte was amazing. That Tom Hardy was really good, and so was Joel Edgerton. This is gonna be Warrior. I thought it was really good. The relationship between everybody was practically crap, but in the end they just fix everything, and you want to cry. You just want to cry. I mean, I did. I'm not afraid to admit that, but I cried. And if you want to cry, just let it out. Number 3 is gonna be Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's the second prequel / reboot on my list. It was really good. Andy Serkis should definitely get an Oscar about all of his work on CGI characters. Let's see, James Franco. I thought it was gonna focus all on James Franco, but it didn't. It was mostly on the Caesar, the CGI ape, and the rise against humanity and everything. When they make a sequel, I just hope it's more of the whole world except just San Francisco. But at the end, I did like how they showed that guy who works in the airport, and he has a disease that killed the guy earlier in the movie. I think that's gonna be a really good twist. And if you guys didn't notice this, there was a cameo of the start of the spaceship Icarus, which was in the first movie. How they came back to the Earth. It was, you see on a newspaper that flies around. It said Icarus lost in space, and it was a question mark. And I thought that was really cool. How there was a cameo for the earlier movies. Number 2 is gonna be a prequel reboot. It was one of my favorites of the year, X-Men First Class. I thought Michael Fassbender was gonna just kill as Magneto and outshine everybody, but James McAvoy was just as good as Charles Xavier. And when they make sequels, I really can't guess who's gonna stand in for Professor Xavier and lead the X-Men team. But yeah, it was a really good movie, and I hope they make the sequel even better. Number 1, this is number 1 for a lot of you guys out there. It's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. This movie was really good. It was everything that the last movie should be. It was a solid conclusion, and I liked it. I just had one complaint though. At the end, Harry, he in the books, I'm a real big fan of the books, and I like it when they're honorable to the books and they take stuff from the books. But the only problem I had with this movie was that in the book, Harry, he fixes his normal wand with the Elder Wand, and he puts the Elder Wand back in Dumbledore's tomb. In this one, his wand broke, and the Snatchers, when they captured them in part 1, they just threw it away. But in this one, he just snaps the Elder Wand in half and throws it into the canyon. I would have preferred the book ending better, but this movie was really good. And after this, I'm gonna tell you guys my top 3 list for 2012. What I'm most looking forward to that next year in 2012. Number 3 is gonna be the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spider-Man reboot. The first Spider-Man movies was just Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. I didn't like them very much. I mean, I read the comics when I was like really little because my uncle like collects comics and stuff. It was they just I just didn't like Tobey Maguire at all. But in this one, Andrew Garfield looks really good as Peter Parker. But the only problem I have is he's like 29, and he'll probably be 30 by next year. And it's really hard to pull that off when like a 30-year-old is playing like a 16 or 17-year-old. But he looks like he'll be really good. And I hear that in the comics, Peter Parker's parents were tied in with S.H.I.E.L.D. But I really hope they do something with that. Not like a full-blown tie-in like to the Avengers, but like just a mention of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be awesome. Number 2 is going to be the Avengers. They've been building all of this up since the first Iron Man, which came out in 2008, I think. It was 2008. And they've just been building up to this Avengers, and Loki's coming back. I really liked him in Thor, but I just hope they do a really good job with that. And number 1, my most anticipated movie, I can't wait for this, is going to be The Dark Knight Rises, which comes out July 2012. It's Christopher Nolan's last Batman movie. I completely changed my mind about all the Batman movies with Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. I hated the Joel Schumacher. The first Batman movie, Michael Keaton, directed by Tim Burton, was really good. The second one, it was kind of in the middle. And then the next 3 movies that came out after that, the next 2 movies, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, those movies were just crap. I hated them. I thought I was never going to watch another Batman movie again. Then Batman Begins comes out. Then The Dark Knight. They just blew me away. They were amazing. And I just can't wait till The Dark Knight Rises comes out next year in 2012. Thanks, guys, for watching. Any comments or questions or your top 10 list and the movies you're most looking forward to next year, just comment below. And I'll see you guys next time.